Oh, hello, hello. It's your boy E here with another episode of the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast. Thank you all for joining the show. Want to remind you guys that today is Friday. Hope you guys are, sit down, get ready to watch an amazing SmackDown. It's airing right now on the West Coast. If you're on the East Coast and you already know what kind of happened, of course, you can always participate in the chat. Your boy E never hates. Just be a little courteous. I kind of want to be surprised. I love WWE Smackdown. Can't wait to find out. Obviously, this is there's only two more SmackDowns left until the pay-per-view. That usually is a foreshadow for big things to come. But yeah, honestly, hope you guys are having an amazing Friday. Looking forward toward the weekend, and most importantly, 4th of July next week. Yay! If you're a firework person, cool. If not, then that's fine as well. Like, you know what I mean? Some people like it, some people don't like it. Much like a lot of things, a lot of aspects in life. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast. Today on tap, we have our WWE Smackdown preview. We have my Thursday Night Wrestling review, TNA and Impact, TNA Impact, also Ring of Honor, and then we're gonna jump into some AEW. We're gonna talk about Forbidden Door, give you guys some of my predictions. That's gonna happen on Sunday. For a segment, we're gonna talk about the National Wrestling Alliance looking to invade, rumored and actually confirmed to be looking to invade another wrestling promotion, either it's the WWE, TNA, the MLW, Stardom, AEW. It doesn't matter. We're going to dig into that. And lastly, every Friday, my last segment, I want to give you guys some wrestling news to kind of ponder over the weekend. Have something to talk about with a fellow wrestling fan you might meet at a bar, or sitting on a laundromat, or standing in the line at a grocery store. Basically anywhere you might have social interactions. Your boy E here, always hooking you guys up. But before we move on any further, I want to remind you guys to use the tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. We get a number of questions from viewers like you that come in during the show. So to ensure that your question gets read on air, I ask you guys to use this link, the GSMCpodcast.net. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Give me some of your projected storylines. What you want to see on WWE Smackdown. Who do you want to see, defeat Cody Rhodes or someone? Do you want to see the Judgment Day finally break up? Would you love to see Rhea Ripley, tear Dominic Mysterio a new one? You know what I mean? Like, after all the flirting he's been doing with Liv Morgan. So just let me know. The link is at the GSMCpodcast.net. All right, so we're going to talk about segment one. We're going to talk about WWE SmackDown. It's going to be a good one. We are live at the Madison Square Garden tonight in New York City. WWE Friday Night SmackDown. Like I said before, it's the second SmackDown till there's only two more SmackDowns until Money in the Bank, so a lot of stuff has to be heard tonight. Definitely a lot of planning, definitely a lot of promotions. If heading toward a really, really good pay-per-view. Jakob Fatu is being honored in the Bloodline today. You have Bloodline, acknowledgement. Should be interesting to find out what happens with that. Solo Sikoa is in full swing. Absolutely full swing. He's going full tribal chief mode. No one's gonna stop him. Paul Heyman utterly just heartbroken. Hearing the news that Roman Reigns is never going to come back, but of course I believe, I believe Solo Sikoa as far as I can throw him, which is like not very far. I don't even think I can get close to touching him. I think he'd, Simone spike me or something. But no, um, a lot of good stuff happening on SmackDown. Definitely, Jake. You kind of have the full bloodline, like Conor Roman had. He had the two brothers, and he had his enforcer Solo Sikoa, and Solo Sikoa's enforcer is Jakob Fatu. After the damage he did last week, you're gonna see Cody Rhodes also respond. He, has been, confirmed to have two broken ribs. Not going to vacate the WWE Undisputed Championship anytime soon. And, of course, at first, first we should throw some flowers to Jakob Fatu from the MLW to finally, make his debut to WWE, his much anticipated, his much longed wait. I was, excited to see Jacob, but I did not know he was going to come into, like, of course, the fashion like this. I honestly think it's great for him. It's great for his, his wrestling career. Finally made it to WWE. Finally made it with the Inoue family, also the Fatus and also the Maiavias. So, congratulations to Jakob Fatu. Absolutely loved his debut. I thought it was absolutely, display of dominance, display of control, display of future. Just this guy's going to be hard to beat. This guy's going to be extremely hard to beat. Not a lot of people. That's the reason why WWE tried so hard to kind of hold off on Jacob Fatu debuting before Solo Sikoa actually kind of cemented his name as the tribal chief. I still don't see it, with Solo Sikoa. I want to, of course, with the storyline and stuff like that. But, I'm not really buying it. I honestly think, Tungaloa, also, Jacob Fatu has a little more credibility, a little more accomplishments, that kind of surpass him. So if anything, they should be the tribal chief. But of course, just for that, you know, you're gonna have that storyline. When Roman Reigns comes back to WWE, Solo Sikoa was his enforcer. He was doing the one he had left after Jimmy and Jay left the bloodline. And of course when they kicked out Sami Zayn. But it's gonna be huge. I'm anticipating maybe like a Bloodline Civil War heading towards Survivor Series. A lot of people still kind of speculate that Roman Reigns will make an appearance at WWE SummerSlam. An appearance, maybe, but doing anything inside the ring, fighting, or anything besides cutting a good promo, I don't think it's gonna happen. I honestly don't think it's gonna happen that soon. Roman Reigns is going to come back, and when he comes back, he is going to be the biggest baby face ever. Finally, a babyface that the WWE universe, this whole entire time that WWE has been trying ever since John Cena retired, ever since The Undertaker retired, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, you name them. After they retired, they really wanted Roman to kind of be someone bigger. They wanted Roman to, kind of be that guy that people, he's like a superhero. He's a superhero that, nobody really, honestly, no one really accepted him. It took him to go heel to finally kind of be over with the fans. They're like, you know what? This makes sense. The WWE universe isn't stupid. They understood. They're like, all right, let's see where he goes with this because, being forced down our throats as baby faces, we're going to boo him every single time he's on TV. We're going to boo him in every stadium is, that has a live, audience. For one, I went to a WWE No Mercy event. I believe it was back in 2000 and I think it was 2018 where he fought. I think it was Braun Strowman. No, it wasn't Braun Strowman. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Braun Strowman. And no, wait, I could be lying. I think it was Braun Strowman against Brock Lesnar, and then you had him fight John Cena that night. I'm not too sure, but don't quote me on that. But Roman Reigns wasn't liked. He's was the biggest, most famous, most popular person to boo because a lot of people saw through the BS. They're like, WWE really is forcing this guy down our throats. It's to the point where now we kind of feel bad and you never want to be popular in WWE or in professional wrestling for the audience kind of feeling sorry for you. So, congratulations to the whole, the bloodline kind of storyline kind of unfolding. Jacob Fatu and also when Roman Reigns comes back, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be lit. When he comes back, it's WWE is going to be, man, the ratings are going to increase. The ratings are going to increase like crazy. So, we have a 6-man tag team match heading forward to Money in the Bank. Honestly, they need to make it. They need to make it an 8-man tag. They need to upgrade it. They need to find someone to tag team with the Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton, because it would just make no sense to having one person in the bloodline kind of lingering around, so to speak. Obviously, they're going to interfere. Obviously, they're going to pay dividends. As soon as the match starts, they're going to be able to, just kind of derive the referee's attention. So I think WWE needs to make this a 4-on-4 match because other than that, I feel like, as a member of the WWE universe, obviously, give me some of your opinions in the chat section. It's kind of going to be a little surreal, kind of a little like foretelling that, okay, these guys are going to walk into a buzzsaw, they're going to get killed anyways. There needs to be a fourth member. It needs to be a 4-on-4. Tungaloa, I think, is the one sitting out. You have Tamatanga, also Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. Take that's the big three of the bloodline right now. So they need to have a fourth member. It's going to be interesting to find out who they decide to pick up, or if any. I think it's a huge mistake if WWE doesn't make this an 8-man tag. All right, so Moving on, we have a Money in the Bank men's qualifying match. We have Carlos Escobar, that's my boss. We have Santos Escobar, LA Knight, and the United States champion Logan Paul to join Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, and Andrade in the Money in the Bank ladder match heading toward Toronto. I kind of feel like this is kind of going to be a way because if you think about it right now, in the ladder match already, you kind of have three guys that might have a chance to actually win it. They kind of need that, that guy that's going to go in there, just cause a whole bunch of ruckus, a luchador, someone to go in there and kind of stir things up. There's no doubt in my mind that I think Santos Escobar is going to find a way to win this match. The LA Knight and Logan Paul will seemingly like just kind of take each other out. They should have a United States Championship match at Money in the Bank, but WWE likes to kind of fiddle things. And once again, Logan Paul, talked about his frustrations that WWE doesn't like. They don't like to put the USA title on the line all the time, which is kind of BS. But WWE needs to start doing that. They need to start, every single pay per view. You need to have every title on the line. But of course, that's just my opinion. Next, we have Naomi, Blair Davenport, and Indy Hartwell fighting for a spot at Money in the Bank. I think Naomi's kind of a little too old. I, wouldn't really be that, of course, like Feel the Glow, like yay. But I just don't think it's that much electricity. I wouldn't see why they would make Naomi, one of the Money in the Bank, entrants. Blair Davenport, she's still kind of young. She, has this, this wedge with, Naomi. But Indy Hartwell, she's still, like Candice LeRae's partner. Uh, you know, I don't think Candice LeRae is actually going to be the other match. I don't think her or Candice are really going to make it. I'm like kind of 45 to like 55%. Blair Davenport with the 55%, and Naomi with the 45. So should be interesting. Should be interesting. And now we have the other match. We have Jade Cargill against Tiffany Stratton and Candice LeRae in a triple threat match. I think this is the perfect time to put Jade Cargill over to the point where Bianca Belair gets just maybe a little jealous, turns heel, turns on her former tag team WWE World Women's Tag Team, championship partner. To have a match at SummerSlam, I think that would, right now would kind of be the best way. I really don't see how Cargyle could be the Money in the Bank winner. Could be possible. My pick was, you kind of need the antagonist kind of alive within the Money in the Bank. Obviously, you had Io Sky last year for the women's, so maybe they might go babyface and give it to Jade. I'm not entirely sure. Couple things I looked forward to on WWE SmackDown. What are they going to do with Austin Theory's character turning babyface? DIY will fight against the A-Town Down Under for the tag team titles in the future. What's AJ Styles' plans? A lot of things are still up in the air ever since he lost to Cody Rhodes at the I Quit match at at King of the Ring. I think it was King of the Ring. No, Clash of the Castle. And Bobby Lashley might he still might be returning. I'm not too sure. Obviously, you kind of have the pride going on without him, kind of aligning themselves with the LA Knight. Well, guys, do not go anywhere. We're going to jump on into our Thursday Night Wrestling review. We're going to jump into the Ring of Honor and also TNA Impact. So, hey, do not go anywhere.